Okay folks, part 2 of a video on sequencing the downswing and how that can improve club delivery conditions at impact. We've really worked on club path and attack angle. What we're going to do now in this second part is we're going to make sure that we line that club face up at impact to square the face and produce straightaway golf shots. We're down here in our release position, and you'd think from down here we've got our hips in the correct position. We know we've sequenced those segments we talked about correctly, right down to this position where the shaft is parallel to the ground. What could go wrong from here? You'd be surprised. A lot of people I teach from here, they have the wrong idea to square that club face up. What they do is from down here, their hips start to back up and then they fling that right wrist out to the ball. That is giving them time and room to try and square this face up. The problem with that is not only is it very unpowerful, but you're going to completely destroy your impact alignments by shifting your hips back and flinging that club face out to the ball. So the correct way I want you to do it is once you get down to that release point, okay, is take that right foot back. Take that right foot back and put your heel up off the ground. And then what I want you to do is learn how to supinate this left arm. Big fancy word, basically means rotate that left arm 90 degrees into the impact position. Right foot back, release point, and I'm going to rotate my left arm. You can see that lovely big line I've drawn straight up from the tip of the club head, up the shaft, left arm through my left shoulder. This is what we would term the low point of the swing. And you can see when those levers line up, we've got a lot of power. Here's the incorrect version. You can see that lever's broken. I can't produce nowhere near as much power, and I have the club face skewed at impact. Okay, so once you understand how to supinate that left arm, just allow the right wrist to go from a flexion position to an extension position. It won't reach extension, but by definition, it is extending from where it was. So basically, you're letting the angle come out of that right wrist quite a bit. Finally, the third point I want you to focus on is you're understanding how to supinate that left arm, how to allow some unbending of that right wrist. The third one I want you to do is just a bit of insurance policy, is to try and feel like you're getting a slight bit of arching with that left wrist at impact, creating a little bit of bow in that left wrist. Hogan was famous for doing that. So when you get that little bit of bow where you feel like the back of the left hand, which you call the dorsal part, if you can get that dorsal pointing down to the ground a little bit, you're going to get a pretty solid impact position and you're going to get a great strike on the golf ball. Okay, the other little drill you can do is just put the back of a chair or the edge of a couch about 4 or 5 inches to the left of the ball, somewhere opposite your left shoulder. And then if you move the hands back to our address position, which is mid-body, what we're trying to do is get down to our release point position here, then see if you can time getting the back of the left hand, that dorsal part, see if you can get that flush onto the chair at impact. So if we create this vertical wall with the back of the chair, if we can get the back of the left hand to be vertical and match that wall, then we're going to be pretty good. The club face is going to align nicely and be square, produce straightaway ball flight. That's how you sequence the downswing to produce the correct club delivery conditions and impact alignments. Hope you enjoyed the video. Play good golf.